Hi everybody, my name is Joe and this is my first video log for the online class. My relationship with music started when I was a little kid, like really little. My dad was really responsible for getting me into it. There were four albums in particular that I would listen to all the time. They were Beatles 1, Pure Funk, Millennium Hip Hop, and AM Gold's 1970 through 1974. These were all compilation albums, which really just showed me so many different kinds of music and so many different artists, and got me to appreciate everything at a time when, most kids are just listening to whatever's on the radio or pop or anything. Eventually, this led me to have such an appreciation for music, and other people were seeing that. So I was my friend Sam, his dad, knew that I was really into it, so he asked me if I wanted to DJ with him. He was a DJ, and that was like incredible to me at the time. I was like, I didn't even know it was possible for me to do that. So I did a gig with him. I just helped him, bring his stuff in and just watch what he was doing, and it was. I think a communion party or something, but ever since then I was just so into it. So now I DJ by myself and I MC, and I'm listening to all kinds of music, and I just appreciate everything that I hear. I try to, at least. I think it was around like 10 years old is when I realized I wanted to start making my own music. That was around the time I realized that I really liked hip hop, even more than any of the other songs that my dad was showing me at the time. So I started listening to artists and really studying these artists like Kanye West, Jay-Z, Pharrell Williams, Tribe Called Quest, Biggie, Lupe Fiasco. These people all who had, to me, were great lyricists and great musicians in general, just understood music in such a way that I just could really relate to. As far as producing went, I would just study like Kanye and Pharrell, and I started looking into like their sampling styles and just their how they packaged their music, and that was just so interesting to me. And then I would look at like lyricists when I realized I kind of wanted to start rapping too, and I would look at like Jay-Z's lyrics and just study them day and night. I remember one time playing baseball, I was playing the outfield because I was really bad, and I was running through this Lupe Fiasco verse in my head over and over and over, just trying to figure out why it was so good and how he was able to do that, and then I would just try to like emulate it.
F to the F of the amazing verbals, are they racing in a circle like they racing a gerbil? I race in a circle like I'm raising a horse, so I'm raising a Porsche. So they racing in place and racing a cage, I'm racing a course.
It was just those moments when I just realized that was so just such a part of my life, and that I really had to just be a part of it. I kind of rely on the internet to keep up with the popular trends. I mean, as far as DJing goes, I really, really, really need to do that all the time. Always have to, stay up on what's new. And as far as producing goes, I've been sampling music for a few years now, so I'm constantly on YouTube just looking for old stuff. And the internet really got me to find like everything I've ever wanted. Like, as far as that goes, it just makes it so easy. So like, people used to, when sampling first started, they were called crate diggers. They would look through old crates of records and find samples there. But like, I think there's like a new age of people doing that on YouTube that's got to be starting right now, because it just makes it so much easier and so much more accessible to everybody. Twitter mostly. I'm on Twitter constantly. It's probably a really bad habit, but I'm always on it. That and YouTube mostly. I'm always on YouTube. Music's my number one, but comedy has also been like a big passion of mine since I was a little kid. I was really into Jim Carrey and Chris Farley on Saturday Night Live. Well, he was before that time anyway, but I used to watch old videos with that on YouTube. So that is really what I do on the internet all the time. And the internet actually surprisingly also made me into an atheist, which is interesting, because I was able to just look into a lot of facts and learn a lot of things by myself that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. So I feel like that's like a really huge impact from the internet. A few months ago, I was fortunate enough to work on my first album. I produced it, and my friend Kiani, she sang on it, and it was called Summer Solstice. It came out on Summer Solstice, June 21st, and it was really just an awesome, awesome experience. Like, it was my, it was really, really hard because it was my first time doing anything like that, and we had no help. It was just me and my laptop and a few things of equipment that I've bought throughout the years now. And I use some certain sampling techniques that I've been working on, and different musical techniques that I have been working on forever now. And it all just came out like really different and sort of experimental from what either one of us was used to. I mean, it was kind of not as hip hop as I thought it was going to come out as, and that was fine. And it wasn't as like instrumentally driven, I think, as Kiani thought it was going to, but that was good for her too. It was something that she thought was so different. So just really experimenting for both of us was like something that I think was great just for both of us as artists. And the project came out really awesome, just better than we expected. And we're now we can just use it and just be proud of it now.